Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I am going to be doing a video on the Milk Makeup Blurring Stick. I wanted to jump on really quickly. You're actually going to see this outfit and this makeup in this video and another video because I had originally planned to only film the makeup tutorial, but since I have been using the Milk Makeup Blurring Stick every single time that I apply my makeup, I figured that I would share this with you guys and tell you a little bit more about it, tell you how it's been working for me, and also I want to let you know that at the end of this video I am going to be giving away one of these to one lucky winner, so stay tuned until the end for the giveaway rules and what you have to do to win one of these babies. The company did send me 3. I am going to keep one as backup because honestly, you guys, a holy grail primer for me right here. So if you guys are not familiar with the Milk Makeup Blurring Stick, I'm just gonna say blurring stick, okay, because it's like kind of long to say all of that. But if you guys are not familiar with this primer, it is made by Milk Makeup and it is a blurring stick, but it's a primer, so it's basically meant to blur out your pores, blur out imperfections, and at the same time it's supposed to prime your skin and make it like a perfect canvas for makeup application, and it is going to hold on to your makeup and make sure that your makeup lasts longer than it would without a primer. So that's normally what any primer is supposed to do, and that is what they are advertised to do. So the only difference with this one is that it's also advertised as a blurring stick, which means that it's supposed to blur out your pores and imperfections and at the same time prime your skin for your makeup application. Retails for $36 and you are able to buy it from Sephora online, from Milk Makeup online, and also from Sephora stores. It does look like there's a skin tone color, but there isn't. It goes on clear. I'm not sure exactly where the tan color comes from, but any skin tone can use this primer. It goes 100% completely clear, and you guys will see that when I show you the demo and how I applied it on my skin today. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you have seen the first time that I tried on this primer and I could not stop talking about it the whole day. I took you guys to like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, the mall, and I later on snapped that day when I got home and showed you what my makeup looked like after like hours and hours of having it on, and it pretty much looked the same. So the one thing that I really like about this primer is that it really makes your makeup last. I've had this on for 8 hours and it looks amazing. Normally with any other primer, this here would be super oily. My nose contour would be really oily and kind of just like sliding all over the place. My contour here would also look really oily and just kind of and this is actually powder contour, but normally with a regular primer it would start to look like cream contour after like 2 hours because my oils, you know, kind of mix in with the makeup and it turns it into like this oily, creamy mess. So it looks like I've applied cream everything when in reality I have a ton of powder on my skin. So I definitely believe that this mattifies your makeup and it just holds onto it like no one's business. And I definitely do notice a huge difference in the way my pores look. You guys will see when I show you the demo and how I applied it. You'll see the difference at how it blurs out my freckles. And normally when I wear makeup, I have huge pores to begin with, but with this particular blurring stick, I feel like they do look much smaller. Of course, they're not going to be completely gone. It's not like a miracle, you know, product. I don't think there's anything out there that actually completely gets rid of your pores. Even if you do skincare, like it's just almost impossible. Actually, I think it's impossible to get rid of big pores. Like it's just no way, because they're pores. So once you stretch them out, like there's really no way to shrink them back up. You know what I mean? There are ways to keep your pores clean and to make them appear smaller, but there's really no way to shrink your pores. I mean, I've been trying for years and they're not shrinking. So I do feel that it blurs out my pores and my imperfections. So again, you guys will see that in the demo, and you'll see the difference of how my freckles looked on one side as opposed to when I applied the blurring stick. And again, it is meant to blur out. It's not meant to cover. It's not meant to completely get rid of your spots. It's just meant to blur, so that way when you actually do apply your cover product like your foundation, it blends everything seamlessly, and it just helps to blur everything and to just make everything look really nice and put together. So that's what I found that it's done for me. The one tip that I can give you is, if you do have this at home or you plan on getting it, is that less is more. If you apply too much of it, you will start to see this kind of like caking and cracking, especially if you use powder foundation or any powder in your routine. If you're using only cream, you should be okay. I have not seen any issues with using cream products, but if you use too much of this on your skin and then you go on top with a couple of powders, you will definitely start seeing some like weird cracking thing going on. So definitely just make sure that you apply a very thin layer of this and you will be fine. There will be no problems, and I really think that you will love the way that it works. If you do end up having a heavy hand, I've done it a couple of times and the cracking starts, don't panic, don't take it off, don't try to put more powder over top. All you have to do to fix it is apply either MAC Fix Plus, or like other people call it, Prep and Prime Fix Plus. That's kind of long, so we're just going to say Fix Plus. So yeah, all you have to do is apply a little bit of Fix Plus, spritz it all over your skin, and just let it dry, and it will all just kind of melt into your skin. Those cracks and those dry patches will all go away, and it'll blend back in with the primer, and it'll be fine. You won't notice. It's like basically nothing ever happened. If you don't have MAC Fix Plus, you can also do a setting spray, and that should help as well. But that is only if you go a little bit too heavy-handed on the primer. If you stick to applying a thin layer, you should be fine. And also, if you use cream products, you'll be fine even if you use a lot or a little, because I have not really seen that issue with cream products, only when I go over top with powder and if I've applied too much. For example, today I went normally like how I apply it all over, but I did concentrate a lot of the product right around here because, like I mentioned earlier, this is my most oily area. So I kind of just like really went in with a stick and everything was fine. And then once I started applying my powder products, that's when I noticed like all this little weird caking and cracking, and it just looked really weird. So I just took the Fix Plus, spritzed a little bit, and then it was fine. It didn't really make a difference. My makeup still held on for dear life. Again, this is 8 hours later, and I really think that it does still look really nice. Normally with a regular primer, after like 2 hours, I would just look like a hot mess. So if I can get 8 hours with this guy, like, then it's become my holy grail primer. I just wanted to come on here, tell you guys about it, because I wanted to share my findings with you guys, you know. And the funny thing is when I first saw this a while back, I actually thought it was kind of gimmicky. I didn't think it was gonna work. I was like, whatever, this can't be that great, you know. And then I tried it for myself, and I absolutely like love it. You know, this is not sponsored by Mill Makeup. They're not paying me for this. I'm not making any commission off of anything at all. They just sent me this in PR package. They didn't even tell me that I had to make a video. I was like, you know what, let me just try it. I've seen this on YouTube, like, let me see if it works. And I tried it, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I came on here just to share it with you guys, because you know, I feel like if I find something that works well for me, then the least that I can do is share it with you guys and see if it works well for you as well, you know, because we have to all share good tips and try to make stuff work, because we want our makeup to last for a long time. You know, like, it's so annoying when you take all this time to apply your makeup and then like 2 hours later it's sliding off your face. It's annoying. But again, when I tell you, like, I use this every single time I apply my makeup. I use this every time I apply my makeup. I'm not kidding. It really just does an amazing job at holding on to your makeup and making sure that your makeup lasts throughout the day. So with all of that being said, I'm gonna show you how I apply it. And I did do my skin makeup the way that I would normally do it with any other primer. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I'll show you guys how I applied it, then I'll show you the 8-hour update after that, and at the end of the video I will let you know how you can win your own Milk makeup blurring stick. So alright, so I am going to apply the Milk blurring stick as my primer. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply it, and the way that I like to do it is just, it comes with a little twisty here, so if you need more product you can just twist. So what I like to do is just roll it on, and it doesn't really tug on your skin, as you can see. Like, I don't really think it tugs, but I don't know. So look at the difference between this side and this side. So on this side, and let me apply a little bit here because that's where I have my freckles. So on this side I applied the blurring stick, and you can see how everything is kind of blurred out. So you can see my freckles are completely blurred, as opposed to this side where you can still see everything like pretty bright, and you can see that everything is here. On the side where I use the blurring stick, everything is definitely blurred out. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to my chin, and you can see the way that it looks like now, and then when I apply it. Do you see? I think it makes a difference. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I definitely notice a difference when I wear this primer. So for foundation, I'm going to be using these two Makeup Forever foundations. The first one is in the color 315 and the other one is in the color 365. So for concealer, I'm going to be using Tarte's Shape Tape. So to set my concealer, I'm actually going to be using this powder here. This is from Benefit, and this is Hello Flawless. So I'm going to use a little brush like this. This is from Zoeva, and it is the number 110. And I just go in here and I just start setting my under eye and basically the areas where I have applied concealer. I don't know if you guys can see it or if the camera is picking it up, but the Milk blurring stick does such a good job of making your pores appear smaller. Like right now I've applied all this powder and my pores still look really small. When I apply the highlight, it's gonna make them pop again, just because highlight is not your pore's best friend. Highlight is always going to make like every imperfection pop, any fine lines and wrinkles, any pores. But using the Milk blurring stick, it definitely helps. So next I'm going to take this new powder from Becca. So I'm just going to lightly place it in on my face. So I'm just going to do a voiceover because I'm running out of time and this video is way too long. I basically just finished off with contour and then I applied a little bit of highlight. I will have a makeup tutorial coming up on this look and will give you guys more details. Then I finished off with lipstick and now I am going to give you the update and get ready for an extreme close-up. I'm going to show you how this makeup held up 8 hours later.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, so here is an extreme close-up, and excuse my voice, I'm very congested, but it is almost 8 o'clock. Anyway, I wanted to give you an update of how my makeup is holding up. So I put on the milk blurring stick and my makeup on at around noon, and I went out to pick Lexi from school. We went to get something to eat. We went to the grocery store, then we went to Walmart and some other stores to get stuff for the giveaway. Then I came home, I made some burgers, and yeah, basically we ate dinner. Oh, we made a dog house for our dogs. We decorated the dog house. Then I filmed. So I've been under like really hot lights for a couple of hours, but this is how it's holding up, and it's been like 8 hours later, and I think it's actually holding up really well. Normally, wearing a normal primer, after 2 hours my makeup would be completely just very oily everywhere. Around here usually it starts to like dissipate. It almost looks like the oil is eating away at the foundation slowly, and you can see my skin under in this area here. As you can see, the only area that I'm really missing makeup is right here, and that's because I've been sick and congested and I've had a runny nose, so I've had to use a lot of tissue to clean my nose. So I think that's why that's happening. You can definitely start seeing some oil form right here, which is my most oily area of my skin. Definitely my T-zone area is the most oily, but even though it is getting oily, the makeup is still holding on, and it still looks okay, but it's not going away. It's not like dissipating. It's staying. Normally I would also be getting the same thing that's happening here. I would be getting it on my chin, and I would also be getting it on my forehead, and those two areas are still I wouldn't consider them even have like not even 90% bad. I think they're still pretty much, they look like they did when I put on my makeup around noon today. So I think it's doing a really good job. I just wanted to show you guys, this is why I like the blur primer. And as you can see, I don't have any cracking. I don't have any like weirdness going on. And you saw that I applied the translucent powder. I also did other kinds of foundation, of powder foundation to set my cream foundation, and I don't have anything weird going on or out of the norm going on my skin. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the update 8 hours later. And yeah, so I have some good news for you guys. So I'm popping in here with a voiceover to let you guys know that I'm going to be picking 2 winners instead of 1. The rules will remain the same. I will also be posting this on my Instagram, and you guys can do the giveaway there as well. I will put every other detail in the description box below, and on my Instagram the winner will be announced on my Snapchat 24 hours after the giveaway closes. So yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway, just subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a comment down below, follow us on Snapchat, where I will announce the winner, and that is it. So yeah, you can also follow us on social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. It is all at GlitterBeauties, the same way that is spelled here. And yeah, I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you want to enter the giveaway, you know what to do. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.